I'm not dead. That sounds like something interesting. And I'm telling you, it doesn't get any prettier than this. What you're looking at is Lake County, Oregon. One of the biggest counties in the state of Oregon, and yet it also is one of the least populated counties. And we are here for the next 5 days, bringing you stories of the area. We're gonna show you winter sports. They have a snow hill that is only 8 miles from downtown Lakeview. Right out here, this is where the geyser is. And we came in and we saw it going off. It was shooting up and doing its thing. But as you can see, they've had some snow. A lot of it's gone now. And we are, as I said, we're going to introduce you. We're going to take you snowshoeing. We're going to take you snowmobiling. We're going to take you downhill skiing, but we are going to then take you also to Paisley, which is about a 45-minute drive from here. And in Paisley, they have the hot springs, the Summer Lake Hot Springs Resort. And we're going to go stay there a night, and we're going to show you the hot springs. We're going to take you to town. We're going to show you their school. They didn't have enough students in the school, so they came up with a super creative, amazing way to put kids in school. And students from all over the world are now coming to Paisley, Oregon to go to school. I think the geyser just went off right over there, and I missed it. As you can see, there is some ice. It's cold over here. And there's some ice over here. Here's some other, see there's a little bit of geyser activity going on out here. Right out here, but the one that blew up, I just missed him for you. But this is God's country. This is where it happens, guys. So yeah, and we are here courtesy. We're gonna just be kicking up our boots and staying for a while in Lake County. Kicking off our boots and staying for a while. That's their theme here. And you're gonna see some really cool stuff this week as we're here through Monday. Kathy and I are both here. So we just got here. It's my wife's birthday, and we just got here. This is where we're going to celebrate it tonight. I'll show you some of the hills behind here. We got a little bit of snow up on the mountains. And look at that.
I can't get it to share on that Oregon.
Isn't that? I think they need some tiny houses out there. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? So, all right. So we are here, as I said, the Chamber of Commerce here, Lake County Chamber, has brought us out here. They're financing a part of our trip. We're also here with Toyota. And
we're sponsored by Toyota and your local Toyota dealers.
And we also are sponsored by, well, one of our partners. We've worked out a bunch of different partners. That Oregon Life, who we've been with from the beginning, they're helping us to spread this around. We're also with Travel Southern Oregon. Explore Oregon is doing a contest for us over on the Instagram page, and we'll also be doing that contest for you guys too. We're going to tell you how you could win 3 nights in Lake County. 2-night ski adventure here in Lakeview, and then 1 night at the Summer Lake Resort at the Hot Springs. You can go there as well. And we're also sponsored by Les Schwab, and they are one of our sponsors as well, and there is a local Les Schwab here in town, so they'll be here. And as I said, we just got here, but we've got a week full of stuff to do. Show them what you got.
So I walked into the chamber office, and I was greeted with this amazing painted rock by Lakeview Rocks, and on the back it's for my birthday.
So they have a group here called Lake Rocks. Is that right?
Lakeview Rocks, yeah.
Lakeview Rocks.
They're
And
artists,
they paint these little rocks. These are artists, and then they deposit in places. They gave us some to take to the different locations that we go to, and you deposit them, and then when people see them, they pick them up, take a picture of them, and post them online. So it's a really cool little project they're doing, and so that's kind of fun. And we're going to be having dinner at their places, and we're going to be hanging out with them and introducing you guys to all the people here in Lake County, and you'll get to get a really good picture of, like I said, we're going to go do fat tire bike riding in the snow.
We're going to do downhill skiing.
And a little downhill skiing and show the kids camp. We're also going to do snowshoeing. I said we're going to go tour the prison. We're also going to...
They're going to show us how to snowmobile.
They're going to show us how to snowmobile, and then we're going to go to Paisley as well, and we'll be showing you the hot springs, and also taking you into town, introducing you to the mayor and the town, what they're all about.
And the Paisley Charter School.
So they have a school that they made into a charter school, and we're going to take you to that too and explain. They have foreign students there from all over the world. I think, I'll correct, we'll find out what the actual facts are, but what I think I remember is there's 19 students, and 13 of them are from outside the country. So, and they board there. They stay there in the school. Jason, yeah, we are going to the Paisley Hot Springs. We're spending the night there, and you guys can win a night at the Paisley Hot Springs.
It's Summer Lake Hot Springs.
Summer Lake Hot Springs, but it's in Paisley, like 5 miles from Paisley. And you can also win 2 nights here in Lakeview. So it's going to be a really fun time. And we just wanted to tell you guys we're here. We'll start our shows tomorrow around 1:30 in downtown Lakeview. We're going to go out snowshoeing first thing in the morning. But the problem over here in some places like that, you can't get a signal. So we're going to be putting these together as if live, but they'll be actually taped and you'll be seeing them. Come down to the basketball games tomorrow at the high school starting at 3:30. You got basketball games going on, huh? Well, that's kind of fun. Okay, so hold on. I'm going to have Kathy hold this and show you the view here. The view here. Would you hold that? Mm-hmm. And tell them what we're doing tonight.
So once again, we arrive and we have an absolutely gorgeous day. The last time we came here, they'd had some smoke, and by we got here, it was absolutely gorgeous. We're going out to dinner tonight at Julia's for my birthday, so I'm pretty excited about that. We went this last summer, and it was absolutely delicious.
It's a really good restaurant.
So anyway, beautiful sunset it looks like tonight. They do have a little bit of snow on the ground here in Lakeview, but much more up on the hill, which is amazing to me. It's only 8 minutes from town to get to their Warner Creek ski area. It's crazy.
So yeah, you can go skiing, and that's what they want to show people in the community and outside the community, is that you can go skiing here, and you're only 8 minutes from a ski mountain, and they have everything you need up there to put it on. So it's a really great idea, and we're just trying to show the world what's going on here.
What I will tell you, about our food is that we prepare everything from scratch. So we make sure we hire people that have the passion for making food. That's one of the ingredients. The other one, we make sure that our recipes, they use the ingredients that we tell them to use. And before we put it into the market, we make sure we test, try it. What I love about this business is the people. I'm a people person, so I love to interact with people.
Hi, I'm Rick Dancer.
And I'm Kathy Dancer.
Welcome to Exploregon. We are in Lake County, and we're at the Warner Canyon ski area.
There's your skis for the day.
So we just want to get the word out.
A lot of people that are here that volunteer to make this a pretty unique place to grow up skiing.
Everything here at Warner Canyon is volunteer.
We want to thank the folks at Les Schwab for sponsoring our show, because their motto is doing the right thing matters, and that's what you're going to find a lot in Lake County. people doing the right thing because it matters. That's what community is all about. And really, honestly, that's what the ski area is about.
What we've heard throughout the last few days is just how important the ski hill has been to this community and kind of a reflection of who they are.
So how many places do you go where you find a ski lodge in a hill like this with a chairlift that's not owned by a corporation or a company or somebody who's very wealthy? This is owned by the community. And here to talk with us, why don't you go that way, Connie? This is Mike. Mike, what's your last name?
Mike Saban, yes.
And your family has a little bit of history here.
Yeah, we've been skiing here since about 1951 when my parents first moved here. This is Madeline Wolf. This is my granddaughter. She's 3.5.
Say hi.
She's the 4th generation of our family that skied at Warner Canyon ski area, so we're pretty excited about that.
Everybody, your dad was really involved in this place.
Yeah, my dad was a past president in 1970 when we actually installed the T-bar. We originally had 3 rope tows, and my brother and I have both been past presidents of this area, and we're fortunate that we have a triple chairlift now in operation, and we have just a wonderful ski area here, and a great lodge, and a great bunch of volunteers.
You guys started them young.
We start them young.
How soon after the womb do you think they get on skis?
As soon as they can walk. But ski school is ages 5 through 18. But we welcome anybody.
That hill is I guess to us being parents, it's the biggest babysitter in the world. Everybody knows everybody up there, so we can go drop our kids off, and she finds a group of friends and takes off all day long.
Because I love what this means to Lake County. It's a place that people can bring their kids. Nobody worries about their kids. You could actually drop your kids off and leave and come back, and somebody would make sure that they found their way home.
And there's snow everywhere. Yeah, there's snow everywhere, and you'll go very fast.
The people that are really ready to try something else and not stand in line for the ski hill forever, they can get on the lifts and do 20 runs in the whole day and not have to worry about waiting in line after you buy your ticket. We just want to give them another experience. We just want to invite them here, have them, do some of our winter recreational sports, and see what they think. Just spend a weekend here and enjoy it.
$35 a lift ticket.
Yes.
Where in the world can you get that?
The ski hill is the second oldest ski area in the state of Oregon. Only Timberline Lodge is older than Warner Canyon, and we opened in the 30s and have been here ever since, operating strictly on volunteer labor, and so we're very proud of what we have here. It really has enhanced the quality of this little community that we call home.
Because when you're talking about community, your county assessor is the guy who grooms the mountain.
Yeah,
and
that's
turns
true.
on the chairlift.
Yes, that's.
So I'm here with Carrie Rucker, and you're the general manager at Les Schwab here in town.
Correct, I'm the store manager.
So you guys are one of our sponsors, so I'm glad I ran into you. So you guys this is all about what you are about, community.
Communities, getting involved in the community. And
so what do you guys do in terms of Les Schwab? What kind of stuff do you guys sponsor?
We're really active in supporting the local school, the athletics, the FFA, the 4-H. We get involved in everything that we can locally to help build the community.
Because this place is what people might not, from not around here, might not understand how important this is. And even if you don't ski, this is a place you're going to be.
Yeah, this is where, if you look out in the parking lot here, everybody in town is here today. They're on the hill, they're having fun at the back of their pickups, they're inside eating here. It's a place that the community gathers and builds a community, a stronger community.
So does Les Schwab pray for snow?
We pray for snow in numerous ways. Just to sell tires and to get the ski hill open here. That's huge for this community. So.
I just got a new Tacoma pickup from Toyota. I might need some tires on that, some nice ones.
Well, I can definitely help you out. So when we're done with this, we can go down to the store.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Carrie.
I love that story that was told by somebody in this community about how the families, when they were, I think it was the T-bar, that the families would come out and dig a hole for each
family was assigned a tower location, and each family was responsible for digging that hole for the placement of the towers, and that I believe was in 1971.
Wow. Yeah.
So now, we also heard a funny story about the old lodge and how it burned down. Do you want to repeat that one?
Well, so as legend has it, the old lodge was actually north at the end of the parking lot there from where the existing lodge is now, and it burned down. And the story has it that there was a porcupine that was crossing the highway, and a couple guys got out and lit that porcupine on fire, and he crawled under the lodge and it burned down.
So it's kind of the porcupine won, didn't he?
He did.
You know, that,
yeah, so he got even with everybody there, but...
And the guy was prosecuted, but for burning down the lodge. Today he'd be prosecuted for burning the porcupine.
That's true, that's true.
You know, there'd be a double whammy there.
It was probably, in hindsight, it was one of the best things that happened, because we now have a much nicer, larger lodge, and it works very well for us.
So this mountain says community.
Absolutely, and it truly just defines kind of who we are as a community, and really the definition of being a volunteer is Warner Canyon Ski Area, because it wouldn't be here without all the community effort, all the support from our county commissioners, and just the support from everybody. And it is truly a wonderful family area.
We're that blue-collar neighborhood, great place to eat. It's one of those, you hear the old story. If you want to know a great place to eat, stop at the local gas station. The old days, you'd roll down your window and, where do I get a great burger, a great steak? I'm gonna go grab some roasts and bring them out, and we're gonna cut some steaks. We don't get anything that's been frozen or shrink wrapped. So it comes to us fresh in a big primal and never frozen. And that's really adds to the flavor, and the juices are a lot more prevalent there. We want to make sure that we get the product after 28 days and then bring it into our back door, and we can age it then more if we need to, or less, but we get a much fresher product. So that all of our steaks are at least 1 inch thick. Nothing more frustrating than going to a steakhouse and getting a thin steak. I grew up in a community where there was lots of hunting, and my dad just loved to be a butcher, so he would go in and work with the local meat processor there, learn to cut, and he just showed me, and just from cutting game. So we grind all of our own burger each day. So I think Centennial Steakhouse is defined by the fresh cut USDA choice. We take it and we have seasoning that we've had that's been in existence for over 50 years. Again, it's from back my hometown, and we put on a really good hot grill and serve to you on a warm plate, and a nice cold salad, big portions, and keep it simple, but keep it really good quality, good product.
Well, good afternoon. Welcome to Get Real with Rick Dancer, and we are at Emerald TMS, it's a new treatment in Eugene for depression. And this is Michael, and he's a brave man, willing to come on and talk about his situation. And this happens to be his last treatment. So you've had how many treatments, Michael? Do you know?
I think this will be my 36th. For me, it really was from the beginning as if the things I did and the things I thought were like sand on a beach. Just before it starts. Stimulation that happens in your brain allows it to be like new decisions are made. You can, instead of walking in the ruts, the machine's blown the sand a bit, and now it's not exactly clear that you have to go. You can choose a new way, and I found that to be true just from the first week or two. My mind works more efficiently now. I don't have to go through so many ruminations and thoughts to get on with the things that I really want to happen.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thanks.
Yeah. Good morning, I'm Rick Dancer. Welcome to Explore Again.
And I'm Kathy Dancer, and we are at the Summer Lake Hot Springs this morning.
What you're looking at behind us right there, that is a giant pool where they put in the spring water. But right now, it's under renovation. They're doing some work for us. It'll be all ready for spring and summer. And so we're not going to show you that, but we're going to introduce you to the owner, show you the cabin, some innovative styles that they've used on it to build. And we're also going to show you the springs. So we're going to introduce you to somebody right now. Come here, Dwayne. Tell them your name.
Hi, I'm Dwayne Graham, owner here at Summer Lake Hot Springs.
So tell us about this. What's going on here? So when did you buy it?
I bought it in 1997. and it was a little RV park, a family-run business.
No cabins.
No cabins, a little RV park and campground, and then there was the day use for the hot mineral pool behind us.
So I was reading up a little bit on that, and it's one of the most greenest hot soaks, it says. Can you kind of explain about that?
We don't mean the water. Okay? We don't mean the water.
The water is not green. The water is nice. It's full of silica, which is a real soft kind of mineral. So it feels like talcum powder when you get out. But I think the green is we're talking about the building construction techniques and using cleaners and stuff that are friendly to the environment and stuff.
Okay. And also, even once we get to the cabins, I know you guys use a lot of the thermal or how you heat the cabins and stuff as part of that too.
Right. So these tubs have been built in the last 8 or 9 years, and it's just one of the springs we divert. And we built these little rock tubs for soaking outside with, you can see the stars at night, and each one's a little bit different temperature as well.
So back in the day, and they still believe there's some healing properties in this water, is that right?
Right. Well, I think hot springs over the course of time have been known for that. And as sources, there's a couple of different springs here that source at like 100. One's 118 degrees. Other one that feeds bathhouse is 115. And so each one's a little different, and depending on the size of the tub. Well, they've been here for like thousands of years. This was all under 200 feet of water. A long time ago, as part of the Great Basin. And then there were just like these mud pits. The cowboys and early settlers, Indians used to come here all the time. So now they've been collected in a couple of pipes and then just piped into the bathhouse there.
It looks like it.
So here's one.
Oh, wow. Okay, so so how hot is that?
That's about 115.
Wow.
Where it comes in this pipe and this one over here. And then it just collects it, and there's a lower pipe down here that feeds over into the mineral pool.
So then you use the geothermal to heat the houses, the
right.
cottages?
It flows into a cistern, and then one of the springs gets pumped up, and we use Wurzbow tubing through the concrete floors, and then it just heats that mass of concrete. So it stays really warm all the time.
How many cottages, how many cabins do you have for rent?
So we have 10 little one-bedroom cabins. Most of them have 2 beds in them, and they all have kitchens and bathrooms and showers, except for 2. 2 of them don't have showers. And so these are all just 2x6 construction.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is really cool. Oh, man. So look at that, and there's your view, guys. Right there. So you got 2 beds.
We have a little nook right here, and then a bedroom over here.
And then here's your kitchen.
Right.
God, that's really nice. And where's the bed? Oh, then there's a separate bedroom in this one. That's cool. King bed in here, and then a really nice tiled shower in here. Wow. So, you guys also have some, tell us about the beams up here.
There's a lot of these beams that were on the land. They came from the flour mill built in Paisley in the 1800s. So over in the valley, they just would have been sawdust, and they've been laying around. But it's so dry out here, they stay good for a long time. So we just use them as accents and
structure, because out here you got a beam out there. So
right, yeah. Some of them are structural. They're all pretty solid still.
So you're a native Eugenian. At least you came from here.
I grew up in Virginia on the East Coast and moved to Eugene in the 80s, early 80s.
Is that why you are so environmentally conscious about
maybe
everything?
Maybe
it kind of got rubbed off on you?
Yeah, Eugene's known for that, right?
So tell me one other thing. I want to show people something out here. So you guys, you can't see it right now, but right out here when it's not foggy, what is that called?
It's called the Paisley Caves.
So the Paisley Caves are right out here, and a Eugene professor found a lot of artifacts out there, including the oldest human turd.
Right, which we like to call coprolites around here.
That's the kinder word.
Yeah, that's the kinder way.
So why is that significant?
Well, significance was the oldest human DNA. It was like 14,400 years old, and it pushed everything back over 1,000 years to when they thought humans were first in this area. So it's really the oldest human DNA in all of North or South America, the whole Western Hemisphere.
And it's just found right in your backyard.
Yeah, right out there.
So are there like can you hike out there? Or are there other things to like?
It's all on the Summer Lake Wildlife Refuge. It's all BLM land out here.
So
yeah, you can
actually,
hike.
speaking of that, how much land is here? Do you have here?
On this property is 145 acres now.
So what makes it special? Why do people come here, do you think?
The hot water and just the space, you know. But mainly the water, that's kind of the foundation of it all. I had a few of these different springs tested, and they were all totally different mineral contents, and they just surface within hundreds of feet of one another. But yeah, the water, and to get away from, you know, the cities now and get out. You see the stars at night out here. Like, so many people come out and they see the Milky Way for the first time. Okay. So these are Pumice Creek cabins. The walls are about 1 foot thick, double cage of rebar, and we used pumice from the Crater Lake eruption. We had it sent here, and then we batched it all on site. And so pumice is just lightweight in nature, a lot of entrapped air. And then by the time we have the walls, which are about 1 foot thick, and stucco.
So that's just pumice with stucco on the outside of it.
Right, it's a lightweight concrete. There's a little place you can see where I hit it with the backhoe, and you can see what the walls are.
Oh, these are cool.
Right here.
Oh,
and here's another one of those beams.
So you guys see how this is the inside, so the air gets trapped in here, creating a natural insulation. So that's pumice from the Crater Lake eruption?
Right, it came from South Shamal Pumice Company.
And then this is just stucco on the outside. Can we look inside?
Sure.
Yes, hold on just a second. Look here. God, this is cool. This feels like the Southwest.
It does.
Yeah, it's kind of that mix. I'm just going to go there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah. Very nice. Okay.
It is warm and cozy in here.
Yeah, this is really cool. So you got your little bed area over here, you guys. You're sitting out looking out at the mountains. Nice little couches in here. Got a separate bedroom over here so 4 people could come. Like that. Lots of light. And a nice bathroom in here. Isn't that cool? Oh, a nice shower too. Tiled, everything. And you got a view of the bathhouse right there, out your bathroom window. I really like the way you use the wood and stuff.
Yes.
It's really nice.
It has more wood that came from the flour mill in Paisley.
Up here?
That was on the land, right.
So what's the one thing you want people to remember about this place?
The one thing?
Yeah.
Well, the nature aspects of it and the hot water. That's the biggest thing.
I think it's for me, like, Kathy, I think it's a solitude.
Yeah, definitely. It's the solitude, and it's like, it's so peaceful and quiet out here that you have time to think, you know, get your thoughts, and it's just, you kind of get away from the hustle and bustle, and yeah, it's very relaxing and healing.